Hello everyone and welcome to today's live stream. I'm going to turn myself down a little bit. I just realized I was peaking on the mic. Welcome Peace Kebble. Deku. I don't know. You're not on main account anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We're back with more Return of the Obra Dinn, which means more mystery solving. We got 3 more fates solved yesterday. Now we're going to continue using our brains, which is great. Absolutely the first thing I want to do. Not even, I guess it's not the first thing, but absolutely what I want to do on a Friday after a day of studying, writing tests, getting up late. That one didn't actually require that much brain power. And I also came to realize that gonna do stuff now, but have fun. I'll farm. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. But I also realized on my last Disco Elysium stream that I had the overlay mixed up with the Obra Dinn one, and actually affected all of my scenes, which isn't very cool. I've had to start going through them to fix that. Not fun, but hey. Let's see, who has a nice low deduction rating? This one's very high. Ah. He was probably a gunner. Steve. Why is Steve an emote? It's a high deduction rating. Who else do we have? Hey? No. 2? Oh yeah, I remember this one. Do I? Oh. Who are you? Our friend Maba was there. And guy wearing turban. There's this person who exploded. Get to the main bit quick. Hold on, throw the powder. Oh, this must have been when that thing attacked. Who's he standing next to? And they're standing close to each other. This might be Pete. It's worth a shot. Where's Pete? Pete. Could be Peter Milroy. That would seriously be a guess. Yeah, that's that. Maybe it'll work. Because he's standing next to someone who I believe spoke in their death about, like, I believe this person, yeah, they were knifed. And they said something like, tell Pete's mother. I can find them actually. Here, let me do this. No. 3 and 6. Huh. Must have been around for a few things. But if I go to you, I go here. I go to where you perished. I go to the transcript of that. Don't leave me, bear son. I'll stay with you. Tell Pete's mother. I tried my best to pull him back to save him. But does this happen before? No, this happens after the doom, doesn't it? Right? Yeah, this is after the doom. So maybe it was Pete. Who else are you standing near? These are the only people who are there. We should look at this death. I don't want to look at it again. That would have been up this way. Although there's no reason that a midshipman would be on the top deck, I suppose. Where was this death? It was in one of these. Ah, it was this room. How's everyone doing today? I'm pretty alright. Let's check this one again. I just want to look at the scene. This is the last part of the escape.
Oh no, you're cut.
You're cut.
Don't leave me. Bear up, son.
So he's English? Is a Scottish man?
Pete's mother.
No, Irish.
I tried my best. Aye.
to pull him back to save him.
You tell her yourself.
No, never mind, Scottish.
Brennan, bring the surgeon's kit.
Is that the... not the captain, is it? Huh. 1 second. Yep. Sorry if they messed up the capture for a second. Needed to grab something. Just need to block some spam. So this, I believe, is the captain. He was here. Let's see. Death, 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 death. Is this guy? I can't identify him. But judging by all this, it seems like you knifed him. You died first. I don't recall that much. Someone was already dead there. I'm trying to remember. The sequence of events was quite interesting and quite difficult to comprehend.
What's all this, you damn fool?
So this happens before. Who's this? Someone. Okay. Someone's already been knifed. This is not the captain, but the first mate. He's already been knifed at this point, this fellow. Who's this? That guy. Yeah, let's just replay these events, why don't we? Just work our way back through it. Recurse.
Captain cannot be trusted.
You have a plan?
Yes. Take ship and sail east. Trade treasured fish and shells for gold. Hey, who's there?
Mutiny! Mutiny!
Bastard!
There's a lot going on there. So someone has already been knifed at this point. So it's safe to assume that it's one of these guys that knifed him, I think. At this point, that person's already dead. So you threw him overboard. Someone came running down here. Oh, who's this? This is the captain. It is. Someone was screaming mutiny. The captain was right there. The captain cannot be trusted. That was what it said, right? I don't think they'd say that so close to him right there. So it was probably something downstairs. They heard kerfuffle probably. Someone was on here. It seems like this person, perhaps. The one who knifed this guy. It's brutal. Can we play through the events of the escape in order? Perhaps that would help. It is just the deaths, mind you. It's not the whole story, which makes it a little bit less comprehensive. But it seems like someone's dying at every moment, so... Let them go! I think we can figure out who this is. I think it's Emily Jackson. Let them go! That was the first mate. His pal. This guy is always lurking. And the captain was taking aim anyway. Can we figure out who this was? No. So it was after that they had to dispose of the bodies.
Last one.
Someone
Move quick.
You'll not take the last push.
oh, look out. You were screaming, let them go. Might have been the captain. And at this point, he's already dead. You're the one who got knifed. You were already dead. Who's this? Okay, wait, you died. Did you? But you shot him. That's confusing. He shot him. They were talking about the captain and stuff. You ran. You must have called him a damn fool. So, who stabbed him? One of them did. Right? Am I getting this right? I don't really know for sure. I think this is Emily Jackson. I think that's her name. If I open up my book, we go to... Might have been after the Doom. I should have gone else. Escape. Where are the people who disappeared? Here. I believe this is Emily Jackson. Yeah. I think. And then this one can be Miss Jane Bird. It could also be swapped around. Could be either. No, they're alive. I don't know where. We have the end. I think we've identified everyone in the end. Oh, not confirmed. That we could try. Let's say fourth mate or second mate. Probably second mate. Can't figure him out. Then the captain shot himself. Let's just keep looking through these. I could swap these two. Okay. Paul Moss. Don't know who attacked him. That's fair. Okay, so the series of events was Alfred Klessel died after a beast attacked. The beast, the big kraken, I think, attacked. Paul Moss died. He was attacked. But between this character was knifed. And apparently we can't identify him, so I shouldn't be looking at it so much. Oops. Anyway, so he gets attacked. This person gets shot. Probably by, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Emily. No. This person gets shot by his friend for some reason. Then that friend dies. Yeah. So it doesn't seem like we can really do much more in this chapter. There's the Doom. We just put that down. Don't know for sure. Apparently we can deduce who this is. He was just dead. Kind of hard to tell how he died. Seems like he was spiked. Spiked by a terrible beast. Don't know who he was though. You got Nicholas Botterill. Can't identify. That's as far as we go back. Maybe we could try our hand at deducing who the one guy is. How many deductions have we made? Got him. How many fates have we attempted to solve? Let's see. Who's here? Still don't know who you are, friend. Apparently I can identify you with some ease. Maybe you're Peter. Maybe there's someone who has a very clear explicit role. It could be him. Could be like the chef or something. Is anyone else dressed like him? The crew. Almost in royalty. Who here can we identify? No one there. So, first made steward. Have to be another steward. They have the same uniform. And this would probably be the helmsman. Probably. And this is probably one of the other stewards. Yes. How many are there? Perhaps, I don't know. Let's check. Stewards. There is ship steward, captain steward, second mate steward, third mate steward, fourth mate steward. Okay, so there are a bunch of stewards. I don't actually know what a steward does. Let's check. 2 English, 1 Irish, 1 Swedish. Oh, and there's an Indian one as well. Maybe he is. I don't really make out the other ones. It's a bit hard to tell. They could be. Maybe. Third mate, Martin Rowe. Anyone else here? Apparently we can figure out who this is. Oh, surgeon, is he? No? Look. Maybe artist. Kind of has an artisty look about him. Who here looks like an artist? Oh wait, maybe this is the artist. Never mind. I just... Cool. But you are definitely Edward Spratt, the artist. Anyone else here that we can... Apparently we can identify him. Very difficult. Much difficulty. But we might have to. Want any more answers? As we keep looking at deaths. Trying to get some answers, you know? You know, I'm starting to suspect that this game has only one track. This is something from the roof. We're not looking at the guy who's dead. Peculiar. This is the first mate. It makes sense that if it's the second mate. I don't really make out what they're wearing. This probably is the helmsman. He's on the helm. Maybe let's check the glossary for a second. There might be something useful about the way people dress. For example, captain, mate, officer or tradesman that supports and assists their superior. General mates helps to run the ship and serve at the captain's request. Tradesman mates serve their supervisor. Gunner, military officer in charge of weapons and military procedures on the ship. Purser, administrative official accounts for all cargo value and trade transactions. Manages a small item store for crew. Surgeon, the ship's doctor in charge of crew health, capable of general care and medical procedures as required. Carpenter, tradesman responsible for maintaining the integrity of the ship's wooden structures. Helmsman, a rated seaman in control of the ship's wheel and general moment-to-moment navigation. Steward, servant to an officer or a higher rated crew member or performing general duties for the comfort of their employer. Midshipman, officer in training, assists various officers and tradesmen in order to learn ship operations, usually of privileged status. Ah. So maybe that's Peter. The other one. Top man we already saw. Low level crew member, responsible for general manual labor on and below deck. Rigging, the network of ropes and chains supporting the masts and used for working the sails. I'm just double checking what I know and what I don't. Top deck of the ship exposed to the weather. Gun deck, the deck carrying the ship's guns and lined with portals for their firing. Orlop deck, mid deck, above the lowest deck, containing storage cabins, animal pens, and the ship's steering something. Going back here, if we go back to the crew, we look at this fellow. He does look quite. Maybe this isn't. It could be. He seems rather privileged. But that's definitely the helmsman. Don't know about his fate. Don't think he died. So whose fates can we solve? So I've put this one down. You know what, let's try putting him as one of the stewards and see if anything happens. Was the book? He's definitely a steward. He might be the captain's steward. Or he could be one of theirs. Oops, I'm stuck. Could also be new stuff around the ship somewhere. Oh yeah. Oh, I completely forgot where we started. Already been nearly 30 minutes. Okay. Go even lower. I don't think we've actually been on this level yet. This is the lowest deck. Maybe there's a body here. No, that's locked. Quite literally. Someone's dead here. Let's have some excitement.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down.
Keep pressure here. Could be the surgeon.
Madness is this. 20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse! Throw them back or doom us all!
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
A lot of oh, never mind. There's a new music track. Okay, quite a few things going on here. So this is the steward. That might have been the captain's steward. Who are you? Oh yes, of course. You were the one saying those demons are bad. So one of these people is the surgeon. Probably not you. Probably you. Yeah, you're probably the surgeon. And you? Ah. All's fine here, John. All's fine here, John. Some people are about. I think this is going to be a very telling one. Unholy captives. Ah, a new chapter. Plenty of things rustling about above me. A lot of stuff happening here. So it seems like they lost their leg. Let's just take a look. I guess we have to do something else. I wanted to take a look first. Okay, so there's that person. Who else is dead around here then? So what actually happened? Was he stabbed? Lost a... Oh yeah, he was stabbed in the leg. And he died. So this person was the steward. He's already dead. Who's dead? They above. Oh, there are more people here. Another person dead. I didn't even get to investigate this part. But I think this is gonna... That last one is very important. There were some names, there were some positions that were given. it's this way. My bad. Oh, he was carried there. And was dead right around here, wasn't it? Yep. Let's take a look. A lot of bodies cropping up. Eventually we'll have like upwards of 40, I reckon. Lot to do, lot to explore. Oh wow. What has happened here? Someone's been crushed. Closer. Are you dead already? What's happening here? He was crushed in the back of the head. You? Was this an accident? Oh, we can apparently identify him. Oh, he's the carpenter, obviously. Or the butcher. No, he's the carpenter. Maybe you're the carpenter. One of you is the carpenter. Alright, this is part 3. I can tell you how they died. Kinda got crushed by cargo, I think. No, it wasn't falling cargo. Well, yeah, it kinda was. Yeah, that's fine. Now at least. Another person is dead, oh my goodness. Hold on, I want to investigate if you're the carpenter. Because maybe you're the carpenter. Or you're the carpenter. One of those. Is it that person who's dead up there? Oh, there you are again. And there you are. Oh. You're not dead yet. Ah, it is you. This one's already dead. It's just up the stairs. In it. Right. Hey, come on. Key's getting stuck again. Sorry about that. It was really close, so they just had to, you know, make it a bit longer.
What your foot in?
Howdy there, what's this? Give him to me and I can fry us a solid meal, boys.
Careful now. Take it slow.
One tick, gentlemen. There's a free shell here. Let's have a look.
No, get back.
Oh. Just as people were watching, this happened. I didn't see him. We can work out who he is now. Seems like it. Clearly the chef, and you got, what is happening here? Was he stabbed? Yeah. You again? Okay. And these people are doing the, you know, the dance. Dum 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 ba-dum ba-dum dum dum. This must have been part 2, yeah. How did they die? Oh, I bet I can figure this out. Who's this? They're the chef, right? The cook? Stabbed. Speared. Or speared. By beast. Or enemy. Ah, by beast. Cool. Someone else is dead. Just death after death after death. There's someone up here. I'm gonna take a look. Oh, plenty's happening here. Jeez, people are dying every which way. These two. Did people never think, guys, we need to get off this boat? People are dying every minute. Every single minute someone is dead. Sometimes 2 people. Oh yeah, sorry. I actually have to open it before I can walk around and look for where it is. Oh, key got stuck again. I'm not actually entirely sure where it's gonna end up around here. The ship is serving as a pretty interesting hub world. Like, it's a lot more intricate than I originally thought to give it credit. 2 people dead. Nailed it.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是虾米？未来全部供出来，拢是恁害啦！迄个害得较对人无过好，是谁人滚死的啊？He talk about a shell, very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
Shell? What shell? And then that thing... Got him. He dodged. Our good old pal here. Goat. Is this the captain? Or the... yeah, it's the captain. You're just looking on. What? More people are dead. Seriously? It's like like what I just said. So often. Or maybe they just leave their corpses lying around. They were both spiked. Don't know who they were. Yeah, I think I know where the dead bodies are. Only one of them. Really? Really? Interesting. That's cool. Only one gets to be remembered. This must have happened before the captives, though. And this was the first bit. Okay. Africa, they were by the Canary Islands. Okay. So now we have that chapter. Is it complete? I can't check. At least I don't think I can. And particularly want to. They were... where were they? They were on this side, weren't they? This thing really does take me throw me for a loop, doesn't it? Where'd he go? Here we are. Oh, come on. Happens a lot these days. My momentum maintains itself. Through all. I'm probably gonna stop looking at cutscenes for a minute after this one.
Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield!
Hold your fire!
Oh, you got shot anyway. People are dead. Oh no. They brought them on. Oh, and also we can walk on the water, it seems. They brought the sea monsters. The Formosan royalty. Oh, interesting. I think it was the Fremessen royalty. Ah, we finally uncovered who you are. Don't look at you though. Someone said hold your fire and they just kept shooting anyway. Anyone else here? Nope. This is where they came from. Yes. The Calling. New chapter, but boys and girls. Big app. That's the noise I was making. Corpses moved post-mortem. They were shot. How? They were shot. Yep. By a gun. Yeah, I guess. More people dead. You specifically. Yes. Oh, I suppose that's where they put the rest of the bodies. Yes. There we go. Let's take a break from that for a second. There's plenty I can piece together before we go there. What was all that stuff about John and my steward? And you saw we could identify these people as well. Who was it? Who was it? Somewhere here. They were moved here, I believe. Just look here. No, it's supposed to turn to the correct page automatically. There we go. Here's this. How do they die? They were stabbed. Killed with a sword or just stabbed? Yeah, I guess killed with a sword. By a steward. By this one. He was a steward. I'm going to guess that he was a pretty high ranking. I'm gonna say it was Philip Dahl. Oh, this is one of the carpenters. One of these is... unknown. Let me check here. Carpenters. Carpenter mate. There's Marcus and Winston Smith. Winston Smith. Maybe. Okay, I know how they kept it. We can apparently identify him. Could be a... and he's clearly an officer. Let's see what officers he might have been. Was he French? What were the events again? So, this person falls in. This person dies from cargo being dropped on him. You're there. You're there. There. You're there as well. Apparently. Probably another midshipman. Oh yeah, someone was named John. Let me read the dialogue again. Keep pressure here, hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years, my student, never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself. Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg? Was it this person? Yes. Bye. It was the fourth mate, wasn't it? No, the ship's steward. Or captain steward. Was the captain there? Oh, both were. A lot there. Yeah, I guess we can explore more stuff then. This beast is still here. Stuff about the shell has been coming up a lot recently. I think that has something to do with them, the soldiers of the sea. Is this the one that we haven't watched yet? Yeah. They were killed before being brought to the ship. Listening. Is it this person who died? Okay, there's something glowing. This isn't... This is a mermaid. No. Maybe. Ooh! Is that the thing that's glowing? It must be the shell. Someone here is dead. That must be Miss Lynn. Yeah, calling that one. This is the person who got shot. And, can't quite identify you, but alright. The score's growing on me even more. Now this is late into the core. Interesting. Who is this? How do they die? It's very hard to tell how they died. Perhaps they burnt to death. What are the burned? Yeah, sure. And someone else is already dead. I already know who it is. Yep. There's the doll as well over there. So these people might have been abducted. Yes, yes, do your little dance. Ghostly essence. Circle around the boat. And there. Oh, I didn't realize how late it already was. I just want to identify this person, because we know it's Miss Lynn. Oh no. That seems to be the shell. Souls? Is our watch made out of this shell, perhaps? What's in here? The body. Dead body. Dead body. Oh, I'm not entirely clear on how you died though. Dead body. Oh, here's the guy you tagged along with them. It's a little unclear to me how they died though. Okay. Who is this? How did they die? This is definitely... Where are the passengers? Lynn. Lim? Perhaps. Who's their fate? What was their fate? It looks like they were... spiked. Maybe? Or speared? More people are dead. I'm trying to see how you actually died. Yes, yes.
O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you?
Oregon.
Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
Oh, this is 3 points. There's O'Hagan and Nichols. This is either O'Hagan or Nichols. Person's already dead. See that person. Oh, I see. Something else happened here. Perhaps not spiked. He speared. A lot of dead people here already. Oh wait, this is probably O'Hagan or Nichols. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see it. I think this one has 3 points. Okay. Probably not, did not refer to himself in the third person. Apparently it's quite difficult to guess who he is. Is this O'Hagan? O'Hagan. O'Hagan. This Patrick O'Hagan. Could be him. No, he's definitely not a seaman. Seaman, sorry. Probably Nichols. Nichols. Could be the second mate then. Yeah. I'll make this person one of them, someone else. This person is a steward. I remember like tabbed, or I can't really tell what's happening here. Oh, it's that person over there. Your turn, buddy. Still have a few minutes left of the stream, so it makes sense.
Keep rowing! Where is it?
Bang.
Something there! I see it! Give us a weapon! Shoot it! Mike and I! Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
So this is Bang. Yeah. Oh, he was stabbed. Or clawed? Yeah, clawed maybe. Yeah, I guess clawed is the correct one there. Then the person was speared. The person who actually died was over here, so speared then. Yeah, speared. Yeah, I'd like to update some stuff. So there was Bang. Accessible only through another corpse. Anyway, that was definitely speared. By a terrible beast. I guess. Or a foreign enemy. This person was clawed, I think. You were definitely clawed. And this is Bang. Eat Bang. Big up. Well done. 3 more fates correct. Yep. Eat Bang, burned to death. Hey, it is Peter. What a good guess. It's perfect. It's a good note to end the stream on. One could even say. Let's go back to yeah, who was around here? Oh wait, yeah, we don't actually know the fate of that person, so it doesn't matter. There's another corpse. Okay, we might as well. I don't know if I can even save yet. Okay. It's fine. Come on. There we go.
Keep course due east. We'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Oberdin.
休假！你玩错不？
我冇问题，但是伊来想啊，绝
shut it up.
They say strange things about monsters.
Oh. There's the monsters. And there's the door. Beeps. Anyway. There's Bang. Oh, both of them got speared. This is probably O'Hagan. Could be O'Hagan. No, probably not O'Hagan. Definitely a steward. Only accessible through another corpse. They got speared, dude. Definitely speared. By the beast. Where are you? Only a fairly high ranking person. Could be Samuel Callaghan. I think I heard an Irish accent in there. Okay, death door open. I'm gonna go play Call of Duty. So, well, I mean, my stream's just about over. I'm just about to autosave. And yeah, that's where we're gonna end it. We got 3 more fates, and that's really all you can ask for in one of these. Solved 3 more fates. I don't know what those mean. I think it just means that we didn't get all the things. Disappearances. Who is this? What fate befell them? Ooh, spooky. Okay, that's gonna be that for this stream. Thank you so much for watching. Don't like that one. But alright. Anyway. Yeah, thank you for watching. We solved some stuff, made progress, and hopefully you'll join me tomorrow and we'll play Dicey Dungeons, not this. Thank you, have a good day, and goodbye.